I genuinely hate this freaking generation of freaking dating, because why the are you gonna be obsessed with me freaking one day? Legit obsessed with me. I'm talking double snap, triple snap, quadruple Snapchatting, bro. Talking on the phone, saying he gonna take me on freaking dates and all this other and he gonna treat me right, all this other, and then all of a sudden, boom shakalaka, ghosted. And I'm the crazy one. I hate it here. Hashtag single for life, because these men, for real. Men.
I think the problem with modern dating in like 2026 is the mindset is not, I like you, let's try to build something. The mindset is now, I like you, let me keep evaluating you until I figure out that I could probably do better. But then I'm constantly going to be in the pursuit of more, and I'm never going to be happy.
Reasons guys are not getting girlfriends in 2026. Number one is that they're treating girls like a test that they have to pass. Overthinking every message, trying to impress instead of connect, and we're all just like too worried about saying the wrong thing. Number two is that they keep their guard up. I get it, masculine energy and all, but sometimes you have to relax. Girls love when guys open up, like it feels like you finally trust them. Don't push her away and ask for help. And number three is because you're using dating apps like Tinder and Hinge. What are you doing? Like, seriously, when do you expect that to ever work? They're literally known as the hookup apps. Like, you need to be using something more along the lines of Cuff, because that's where you can only match with one person, like, so you know that the girl is like really focused and wants a long-term relationship, and vice versa, you want a long-term relationship, so it makes sense. But let me know if you think I'm wrong.
Girls don't realize that when you are with someone and you are begging for scraps, like you are begging them to treat you the way that you want to be treated, even if best case scenario in that world is that they wake up one day and give you the life that you want, you are still living a life that you begged him for, not one that he freely wanted to give you.
I know the girls are feeling the same way. We're this close to becoming lesbians, okay? I'm that close, okay? If I handle another failed situationship, I'm gonna off myself.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. Women can't process why men stop trying to get a girlfriend in modern dating. We got action. Let's cook.
My friend's been dating a guy for 4 weeks, and today he said, do you want to go 50-50? A good friend had just rang me. She was meant to be going on a dinner date. I said, why haven't you gone? Well, you know, he said it's 4 weeks of dating, and we're going to go 50-50 now. Because he hasn't got the cookie, because he hasn't got the prize, now he's asking her for 50-50. Babe, it's only been 4 weeks. You're only just getting to know the girl. You're in the beginning stages. Like, no, sir, of course she's not going 50-50. I told her, well done, I'm coming round right now. I'm going to order us a Chinese. We're going to have a girly night. Because as women, if the guy is not bringing anything, what is the point? We might as well just stand on our own 2 feet, have no one disturbing our peace, because that's all they do. All the men do is disturb your peace, be honest. The worst part is that she actually liked him, and now he has gone and ruined everything. He's ruined it. This generation of dating is the reason that I don't want to date, because they all want one thing and it's draining and tiring, because I am not into all of that. So what I value is connection, and I just feel like I'm never going to be able to date and experience what I had with my ex. That is just how I truly feel. Let me know where you girls are finding the ones that I trash.
Why is her friend worried about why this guy is asking her to do 50-50 if what he won't do, another man will? Stop and think about that for a second. So what's happening here is she likes him. So she's in a dilemma, but she likes him as boyfriend material. You can tell because he's tired of paying for dates and he's not getting anything in return. What probably happened is he's trying to get physical. We're not even talking about sex. He's trying to get physical and she's bobbing and weaving. But she's still keeping up with the communication as if she's actually interested in him. So he's like, you know what? Let's see if she's actually interested. Let's see if she's going to put in effort. Now she has a problem with it. See, men know the game. They know what's going on. Cannot use dudes for boyfriend energy, but it's his fault for taking her on dates and leading however he was leading. But she thought she had him on the string. And now she realizes that, no, she doesn't have him on the string. He's cutting his losses. Men ain't trying to give out boyfriend energy for these exact reasons. You will waste your time and you'll end up frustrated, but it's your own doing. And women end up frustrated because, yeah, they like you, but they don't like you as the guy that they want right now. They like you as the guy that will be consistent with them. The forever guy. This guy woke up. Let's get the next one.
No, because I don't think men want to take women out on dates anymore. Like, I feel like they don't want to take women out on dates. Their idea of like a date in some way is like saying, hey, like, let's meet at the bar. Let's like meet at the bar and like just have some drinks, you know, just meet me there. Let's like spend some time together. And it's not even a proper date. Like, that's what they will suggest 100%. Or better yet, if you are on Hinge, I'm so sorry, I'm like all out and about. I just got done working out. But anyways, even on Hinge, you will literally see like men like not want to go on dates with you. Like, I have matched with like so many people on Hinge, and the matter of like men, like the amount of men who do not want to pursue anything after like the first 2 messages is like really crazy. Like, there was no effort from them to like, or even any incentive to take you out on a date. It's just like they just want to match just to match, and they're not really there to be intentional. And mind you, am I being like super dead serious on finding somebody on Hinge? Not really. I'm just there to like kind of see like, hey, what's out there? You know, maybe to go on a date or 2 just to get to know somebody. Like, that'd be nice. But the problem is nobody is asking me out. Like, nobody's asking anybody out. Like, we're just 1 to 2 little sentences, and it stops there. It stops. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what's going on, but I do engage with the conversation, and it just dies. It's just like nothing. They don't care enough to like take you out. So honestly, I don't think men want to take out women anymore. I don't know what they expect. Well, it's definitely not dates, not romanticizing, or no romance anymore. It's wild out here.
Yeah, men are trying to hang out. They're trying to vibe, see your energy. They're not really trying to shell out cash and go on a bunch of dates for nothing. It doesn't really prove anything. And another thing, they're manipulative. This whole word intentional just basically means, are you going to open your wallet? Because a guy can plan a picnic. That's intentional. He's leading with intention, but that still won't be good enough somehow. Men don't want to take women out on dates. When you're on a dating app, men are trying to see which women are coming at them for a good vibe. It's not about a date. They're so thirsty for dates. They're panhandling. They're dry begging. Please take me on a date, sir. Please more, please more. Relax. You don't need to go on a fancy date or do this and do that to get to know someone. The fact that your expectation is going on dates is what's leading you to be like, yo, what's going on out here? And she said she's not seriously looking for something. The thing that's bothering her is that the access to simps, to losers, to guys that want to give them boyfriend energy, it's not there. So they can't use. They can't get their ego inflated more. They can't get souped up like, oh, look at this sucker that wants me. Look at this sucker that wants me. There's less opportunities there. That's the only reason why they're mad. It goes back to the whole, why aren't men approaching us thing? Why do you care? If men are respecting you, they're respecting your space. They're not badgering you. They're not bothering you. Why does that bother you? Because it's less men to reject. It's less men to look at and be like, yeah, I still got it like that. They don't know where they stand when men aren't coming up to them, when men are in their DMs, when men aren't willing to take them on dates from the dating app. They're like, is something wrong with me? It's not that anything's wrong with you. It's just that men aren't looking for girlfriends. Let's get the next one.
This is how you know the dating world has ended. It's not like it used to be, and I don't want to do it no more. Like, I just kind of got fed up with this. Like, back then when you would go on a date, it's to get to know somebody. Now it feels like whenever I give a guy a chance, they expect so much from me. They think they could kiss me. They think that they could like fuck me on the first day. It's like, if I wanted that, I could have it anywhere, because it's so much easier for a woman to sleep with any guy. But that's not what I'm looking for. Like, the older you get, you start to realize that I don't want attention from men. I just want the one person that I can take serious, because I want someone that wants the same thing as me, the same goals, the same future, you know, someone that you can grow with. And a lot of men don't want that. A lot of men are so like low mindset that they just want to sleep around with girls and think that they're so cool. Like, that's not cool. Like, a real man knows how to respect himself and will take his time to get to know somebody. And when the right time comes, then we'll see what happens, you know? But it's so sick. It makes me sick to the head that things have really changed and we cannot go back.
See, this is where they fail too. They act as if they're giving a man a chance. A chance at what? Literally ask yourself, a chance at what? They expect so much out of you is very telling. You know, when two people are attracted to each other, most of the time, getting close to each other is not really a big deal. A hug, a pet kiss. You know, some people don't like people in their space, and I understand that. But typically, the way it goes a lot of times when two people are attracted to each other, they want something to happen sooner than later. This chick is aging out of the dating market, so now it's time to have these standards, up the ante. No, men ain't going for that. All that signals to him is, you're a waste of time. She instantly went into this real man argument or this real men spiel, and it just doesn't work anymore. It does not work anymore. A real man does what he wants to do and moves on his timing. That's it. He wouldn't be a real man if he was bowing down to what you want over what he wants. It's not a real man. And she's talking about grow together. You're grown. See, that's the problem. You're aged out. This is for when you're younger. You want somebody to grow with. You're grown already. Knock it off. Let's get the next one.
What do you mean you don't want a relationship? We met on a dating app. Like, I'm confused. What exactly did you think was happening here? I feel like if you're on Cuffed or Hinge or Raya or whatever, you should at least be open to something real, like something could develop. I'm not on them to just pass time, respectfully. It's just interesting. Interesting to see why certain people are on them if they're not even open to something potentially becoming real or whatever.
No matter what app you use, and it's funny, she threw Raya in there, and there's these apps that the men need to qualify for. You guys don't need to qualify. The men need to qualify, which means that the men are the prize. You're going to have to put in more work. Hinge, even if you don't have to qualify to be on the app, the guys who you're like, okay, I like this guy. Other women are going to like this guy. It's going to require more work on your side, but the work is minimal. It's just being feminine, bubbly energy, getting together with him, connecting with him. Not so much of, I'm expecting this and I want this and I want this and I want this. And they think that just because men are on a dating app, that means that they want a relationship. No, men know you guys are the ones looking for relationships, so they get on there. That's really all it is. Men who are attractive get on dating apps and they score a lot because they know that women are looking for relationships. This is why women have a problem with men ghosting them, getting the box and then dipping, because they had their relationship as short, open to long. They're thinking they're going to go in this guy's direction and change his mind from short to long to just long term. Life partner, as they say, because that's an option on the app, right? Men just go on there, whether they sell women a dream or not. Women gravitate towards the men who are more sexually attractive, and then they play themselves out while simultaneously overlooking the guys that would give them everything that they're asking for. So can you really feel sympathy for women? And once again, I'm not saying women need to go for the guy with the beer gut, the beer belly, the guy who's unattractive, doesn't take after his grooming, dresses bad, short. You know, they like, dunking on short guys. If he's short, that too, all of that stuff. I'm not saying they need to go for those guys, but let's not ignore the fact that there's guys on there that come at them, that want to talk to them, be very intentional with them. They bypass those guys. So why should you feel sorry for them? Why should you feel sorry for them? I know guys they don't understand what I'm saying. It's like this. Women say men don't approach me, when in reality, men do approach them, and they know when a guy's into them anyway. These guys can be unattractive, kind of dorky, quirky, off a little bit, nervous, not confident, same thing, on the shorter side, heavy, overweight. Why are you acting as if these guys aren't approaching you? I'm not saying you have to take them up on the offer, but don't act as if they're not giving you some sort of attention while complaining about the guys that you actually want. Just say the men I want don't approach me. You understand? They talk in code. It's no different on the dating apps. Guys are trying to get at them, and it's funny that they think that they're giving someone a chance. Well, why aren't you giving them a chance? You think you're giving the attractive men a chance? Bro, they're never gonna get it. Let's get the next one.
At 34 years old, I'm not really looking for anything crazy. I mean, like the basics. I mean, I don't want to say it like that, but like honesty, trust, respect, love, and like someone who wants to do the shenanigans that I want to do. I want to go on road trips, and I want to go out to dinner, and like we always are going to get a snacky snack after dinner. Ice cream, you know?
She's saying at 34, she's not asking for much, right? But that's a lie because you're single at 34. If you weren't asking for a lot, you'd be on with a guy. When these older women, and she's not even that old, but you're still saying I'm 34 and I'm not asking for much, that's obviously a lie because you would just be on. And when they say I'm not looking for much, right? The reason why you know it's a lie, so many dudes have a place to live. So many dudes have reliable transportation. So many dudes have investments. So many dudes pay for all their own stuff. They don't rely on other people. They're not users. They're not losers, basically, is what I'm getting at. So many men meet all of that. So how can you not find a guy? It's you not wanting who actually wants you. And there's nothing wrong with that. But don't complain about it. Please don't complain about it. It makes no sense. I tell guys the same thing, bro. If you're not going to put in effort with your appearance, how you feel about yourself, how your life even goes, bro, don't even try to date. Keep your head down and grind and work. Become the man that you want to be. So then at least you could say, you know what? These people don't meet my standards, but actually mean it from putting in the work. When women say guys don't meet my standards, it's just from delusion. It's crazy how they should know what men are looking for at 34 and be easily able to get on with a guy. But the problem is they will never humble themselves. They're only worried about what they want. They're not worried about what men want. And this is exactly why they can't find a guy. Let's get the next one.
When a guy likes you, he will take you to dinner. In public with other people around at normal dinner time, right? Like in the evening. He's not gonna call you and invite you over at midnight, even 11 p.m. Like that's not, he's gonna ask you on a date and he's gonna be okay with being in public with you. He wants to be in public with you. It's not a sneaky thing. He doesn't like you if he does that. And you deserve someone who takes you on a date.
Yeah, but the problem is she's trying to get women to understand that the men that actually like them will do all of this stuff, but women don't like those guys, and the guys that they do like don't have to do any of that stuff. Who are you explaining? Like, what are you explaining? What are you explaining? Yeah, a man that likes you will do all of that stuff. Now, do the women like that guy? No. So what are you explaining? This is why I tell dudes, a woman that deserves all of that stuff, she'll just naturally move in your direction. She won't make things hard for you. And through that, she'll earn dates and all of this other stuff. But women don't require men that they're actually into to do all of this stuff. So much so that they make themselves look bad. Imagine that. They don't like looking bad. But they will make themselves look bad to other men that want to do this for them with the men that don't want to do it for them. So what sense does it make trying to give a woman boyfriend energy off rip for no reason other than you like her? Nah, men are waking up. No more boyfriend energy. No more trying to impress people around you to make them see you as the best option. So her girls are like, yeah, you should jump on that. That don't work either. That don't work either. Men are realizing this and they're like, wait a minute. Me trying to prove myself to pay for her and tap dance for her, how does that benefit me? It doesn't. The only thing it does is it always has you second guessing yourself. Will she like this? Will this be good enough? I don't know. Maybe I should do it this way and do it that way. Confident men don't think like that. They're strong in their spot. And even the dudes, right, that aren't having a lot of success in dating, they're saying, you know what? I need to work on myself. Because if I don't work on myself, I'm going to be a slouch and I'm already sick and tired of feeling like I'm not good enough. How about I start to feel like I'm good enough for myself? These women, bro, you're not missing women. When you take time to work on yourself, you're not missing anything. You got the example. I'm 34. I'm out here. I'm not asking for too much. She's still out here. There's a bunch of guys that she rejected that didn't think that they're good enough, that are probably good enough now that she has no access to. I'm telling you, bro, focus on yourself. It's never your loss. Men are not going for any of this boyfriend energy stuff. It does nothing. So this was women can't process why men stop trying to get a girlfriend in modern dating. Hope you guys got a lot out of it. It's your boy, Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
People ask me why I'm single. And they say, you want me to compete with this generation of baddies? Estos son los mismos tigres that we grew up with our whole lives. I don't know why people be acting like this new generation of men. The new generation of men are Gen Zers. They're in their 20s or whatever. These men are the same men that have been around generations after generations. And they watched their moms or their parents, okay, whatever. So the fact that they're acting like that, they malicious, yo no lo voy a perdonar, I'm not going to give them grace. You want me to date them? They don't even court. These men don't court. I like to be courted. I grew up watching my mom be courted. Estos tigres, yeah, I don't want to order Chick-fil-A, Carmine, nothing for these big-headed ass kids to try to impress me. I was in the liquor store the other day, and there was a guy, he bought a big-ass thing of wine, and he was having it delivered to some lady. I'm like, oh, wow, that's really nice. I would have picked out a more expensive wine, pero whatever. Así un tipo me compró una champaña el otro día. And it's like, it's not Moet, it's rosé, pero whatever. Thank you for the gift. Pero these baddies, they think it's smart. Tú lo ves que we're name brand this and name brand that and posing off guard and whatever and being out and the Don Julios like the Julios, whatever. And they don't court women. What do you want from my life? I'm a single mother. You don't want to try to impress me with something? You don't want to surprise me by paying my rent? You don't want to do something? My rent ain't even that high. You could afford it. No, not even that. You don't, wow. No, but I'm single. No, thank you. No, thank you, generation of men. I'm about to go back to being a baby cougar because that was fun.